Coming to you from an undisclosed underground location, this is Trend Comics presents the Green Hornet Radio. The Green Hornet is a fictional mass crime fighter created in 1936 by George Trendle and Fran Striker, with input from radio director James Jewell. Though various incarnations of the Hornet exist, most versions has the Green Hornet as the alter ego of Britt Reid, wealthy young publisher of the Daily Sentinel newspaper by day. But by night, clad in long green overcoat, gloves, fedora, and mask, Reid fights crimes as a mysterious vigilante known as the Green Hornet. He's accompanied by his loyal and similarly masked partner and confidant Kato, who drives their advanced car, the Black Beauty. Though both the police and general public believe the Hornet to be a wanted criminal, Reid uses that perception to help him infiltrate the underworld, leaving behind for the police and criminals any incriminating evidence he has found. In the original radio incarnation, Britt Reid is the son of Dan Reid Jr., the nephew of John Reid, the Lone Ranger. This makes the Green Hornet the grandnephew of the Lone Ranger. The relationship is alluded to at least once during the radio show when Dan Reid visits his son to question him on why Britt has never captured the Hornet. Upon learning the truth behind his son's dual identity, Dan Reid recalls his days in Texas with his uncle, the Lone Ranger. The series originated on January 31st, 1936 on WXYZ. WXYZ was also the same station that brought you the Lone Ranger. The series ran from November 16th, 1939 through September 8th, 1950. It briefly returned to the airwaves on September 10th to December 5th, 1952. Distinguished by its use of classical music for themes and bridges, the Green Hornet was one of radio's best-known adventure shows. The vigilante nature of the hero's operation quickly resulted in the Green Hornet being declared an outlaw himself, and Britt Reid played to it. Green Hornet became thought of as the city's biggest criminal, allowing him to walk into suspected racketeering offices and ply them for information, or even demanding a cut of their profits. In doing so, the Green Hornet usually provoked them into attacking him to remove his competition, giving him license to defeat and leave them for the police without raising suspicion. Deep underground in an undisclosed location, this is Trend Comics present The Green Hornet. The Green Hornet is a 1940 black and white 13-chapter movie serial from Universal Pictures. Produced by Henry McRae and directed by Ford Leahy, it starred Gordon Jones, Wade Butler, Key Luke, and Ann Nigel. The series is based on the Green Hornet radio series by George Trendle and Fran Striker. Britt Reid, publisher of the Sentinel newspaper, is secretly the vigilante criminal crime fighter, the Green Hornet. He and his Korean valet, Kato, investigate and expose several seemingly separate criminal rackets. This leads them into continued conflict with the Chief, the mastermind behind the criminal syndicate controlling those rackets. Originally produced as a 13-chapter movie serial, The Green Hornet consisted of Chapter 1, The Tunnel of Terror, Chapter 2, The Thundering Terror. Chapter 3, Flying Coffin. Chapter 4, Pillar of Flame. Chapter 5, The Time Bomb. Chapter 6, Highways of Peril. Chapter 7, Bridge of Disaster. Chapter 8, Dead or Alive. Chapter 9, The Hornet Trap. Chapter 10, Bullet and Balance. Chapter 11, Disaster Rides the Rails. Chapter 12, Panic in the Zoo. And Chapter 13, Doom of the Underworld. From an undisclosed location deep underground, this is Trend Comics presents The Green Hornet Strikes Again. The Green Hornet Strikes Again is a 1941 Universal black and white 15-chapter movie serial based upon the Green Hornet radio series by George Trendle and Fran Striker. It is the sequel to Universal's earlier serial, The Green Hornet from 1940. This was the 117th serial, the 49th sound, of the 137 that Universal produced. The plot involves racketeering and is unusual for a movie serial by having mostly standalone chapters instead of each running into the next. This was also the case with Universal's first Green Hornet serial. Wealthy publisher Britt Reid and his trusted Korean valet and sidekick Kato disguised themselves as crime-fighting vigilantes, the Green Hornet and Kato. They battled the growing power of a ruthless crime lord, Boss Brogan, and his myriad racketeers across the city, all of which have strong links to the unfriendly foreign power. The Green Hornet Strikes Again stars Warren Hull as Britt Reid and his alter ego, the Green Hornet. Hull replaced Gordon Jones in this role and also provided the voice of the Hornet instead of radio voice Al Hodge in the original series. Wayne Bolter as Michael Axford, Britt Reid's bodyguard. And Nigel as Lenore Casey Case, Britt Reid's secretary. Guy Luke as Kato, the Green Hornet sidekick, and Pierce Watkins as Boss Brogan, racketeer. The Green Hornet Strikes Again, 1941, 15-chapter serial featured the following chapters. Chapter 1, Flaming Havoc. Chapter 2, The Plunge of Peril. Chapter 3, The Avenging Heavens. Chapter 4, A Night of Terror. Chapter 5, Shattering Doom. Chapter 6, The Fatal Flash. Chapter 7, Death in the Clouds. Chapter 8, Human Targets. Chapter 9, The Tragic Crash. Chapter 10, Blazing Fury. Chapter 11, Thieves of the Night. Chapter 12, Crashing Barriers. Chapter 13, The Flaming Inferno. Chapter 14, Racketeering Vultures. And the finale, Chapter 15, Smashing the crime rate.
With that truck. After them. Stop this truck.
The rope, Hornet! Catch it!
Oh, thanks.
That was a very bad place to fall.
It could have been worse. I jumped just as the truck went over the edge.
The men who were fighting with you in the truck?
They're still alive. I saw the guard pulling the driver who was gassed out of the cab.
The police?
They'll get the hijackers and the truckload of silk. Come on.
And when I finally broke the cords they had me tied with, I was going to call the police when I heard a siren and along they came.
Yes, Michael. As soon as I escaped, I called the police and told them to go out to the farmhouse. Well, that's another racket smashed.
You know, there's just one thing that troubles me. When I finally got my eyes open, this was in front of me.
The seal of the Green Hornet. That's odd.
Odd, you say? By golly, it's magic.
Yes, all right. I guess we can depend on those truckmen.
Sure, they don't know a thing.
Our agent across the border is waiting for a consignment of 6, 8, and 12-cylinder motors for the equipment of mechanized units.
We can't buy service motors unless we make a statement of their destination.
We're not going to buy them. We're going to collect them.
We won't get away with it if this rag the Sentinel continues to interfere. Did you read that?
Ordine, you talk too much and do too little. You were detailed to take care of Britt Reid months ago.
I'd have got him, too, if the Green Hornet hadn't interfered.
Yes, that's right. The Green Hornet, a lone wolf who plays your own game and makes monkeys out of all of you.
Oh,
That's enough. Now for the getting of these motors. It's got to be done efficiently and quickly, and finished before the police can organize to combat it. I have here a list of recent purchases of motors of the type we need, with duplicate keys to the door and ignition of their cars.
Okay, send it Lowry, please.
Yes, sir. Chief wants you, Lowry.
This your yarn, Lowry?
Yep, fresh from police headquarters. Boss, that gang struck in every corner of town at the same time. 20 cars disappeared before the police were even on the move.
Well, what do they say down at headquarters?
Oh, the usual thing, arrest expected any minute.
Evidently, this is the work of the crime syndicate. The fact that only certain types of cars were stolen indicates that they were wanted for some particular purpose.
That's right. I've got a list of the missing cars up to an hour ago.
Good.
So you think your new car's as fast as the Green Hornet?
As fast as it. Sure, I'll overhaul that murdering bandit like his jalopy was tied to a hitching post. Come on out with me now and take a spin. I'll prove it to you.
Sorry, man of action. I have work to do.
Well, tomorrow then.
Okay. If it isn't stolen by then. Of course, you know what's happening to a lot of new cars, don't you?
Take my word for it, Casey. The Green Hornet is behind these car stealings. And 'tis Michael Axford who will be right on his heels.
Mm-hmm.
Krogan's men outside.
Bring them in.
Hello, Agus.
Hi.
You know Bardeen?
How are you?
Hello. You guys are overdoing this car stealing racket. Why try to get them all at once?
Special order for a certain type of motors. That's why we're here. A lot of the owners of these motors we're after happen to be customers of yours.
Oh, I do only part of it. After all, my racket here is safe. Drinking, dancing, gambling. Leaving careless customers with their fat wallets.
Listen, Hakus. Krogan didn't put you in this dump to run it your way.
I told you Krogan wanted help, and if we can't get it from you, we'll make arrangements to take this layout over.
This fellas, I was just kidding. After all, anything Krogan wants done.
That's better.
We'll put a couple of our men here tonight to pick up the cars we want. Your job will be to see that the customers don't make a discovery in time to squawk.
Sure, the car'd do 100 if you hadn't squawked.
If I hadn't squawked, you wouldn't have a car by now.
All right, Casey. Now, just to keep peace in the family, I'll buy you a drink of soda pop.
Haggis isn't the right man to run a place like this.
No, he's got no nerve. I'm surprised the chief put him in charge.
Well, what's the matter? Who are those men?
Two of the murdering thugs that tied me up at Miss Grayson's house. Oh, sure, if I didn't have you here, I could bag them both.
I'm sure you could, Michael.
Well, we better report this place to Reid. Come on. But, Reid, I tell you, I am right. It was two of the outfit we met up with at the Grayson house, and they were saying that the boss was making a mistake to let this fella Haggis run the joint.
Haggis? You mean the guy that runs a nightclub on the Camden Road?
Sure, that's the place.
You know him, Lowry?
I know the place, but that club angle is just a front for the undercover gambling.
Sounds like the place needs looking over. Michael, suppose you and I go out there tonight.
Well, they'll spot you two as reporters and you won't find out anything. Why don't you take me with you and we'll look like real customers?
Sure, Casey wants to step out in the nightlife.
That's a very good idea, too. Case, Michael will call for you at 9 o'clock tonight. I'll be wearing a tuxedo.
Yes, sir.
And that goes for you, too.
Oh, for God. All right, Reid. Casey's down in the car.
I'll be right down, Michael.
You understand what you're to do, Kato?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Case.
Hello.
Let's go.
Remember, you're not going to a fire.
Something more, sir? Car keys to 6X1941, black sedan.
6X what?
6X1941.
Back seat and keep out of sight. This Case and I are going to look around.
All right, sir.
Britt Reid just drove up. He's going to the club right now with a girl.
Great. This is just the chance we've been waiting for. He mustn't leave here alive.
We've got to take care of Reed's car, Dolan.
Yeah, that won't be so easy. Mike Axford is watching it.
Look like a den of thieves. Looks like a respectable place.
That's what it's supposed to look like. Two, please. We'd better order so we'll look like customers.
Jerry's serving him at a table near the door.
Can't do anything out there. Have him paged. Tell him he's wanted on the phone in here.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Go on and have him paged.
Shall we dance?
Why not?
All for Mr. Britt Reid.
Here.
Telephone call, Mr. Reid. The phone's in the office over there.
Thank you. I'll be right in. Will you excuse me for a moment?
I don't like this. Nobody knows you're here.
Yes, Kato knows. I'll be right back.
He's coming. The girl went outside.
Come in, Mr. Reid. Phone's right here. Thank you.
Put your hands in the air, Reid. Stay where you are.
What's the meaning of all this?
Shut up. See if he's got a gun.
What's it, Casey?
Come inside, quick. I think Mr. Reed's in trouble.
In the car, sister. If you scream, you're finished. Come on, get going. You interfered with us for the last time, Reed.
Can't be as bad as that. There are too many people in there for a killing.
There isn't going to be any killing here. Where's your car?
Up by the rear door.
All right, get a rope.
You know, I came prepared for trouble. One of my men's waiting outside.
Mike Axford and your secretary have been taken away from here a while ago.
You seem to have planned this very well.
You plan everything well.
Here's the rope.
All right, Tyler. Go ahead and tie him up.
What is it, Mr. Britt? They've carried off Case and Axford. Carried off? Where?
The Green Hornet has to find out. I'll force one of them to show me where they've taken Case and Axford.
We'll go in this car?
No, I'll go in one of theirs. You follow.
I understand.
You know what Reed's escape means to us. He'll get the police.
No, he won't. Reed won't dare make a move against you as long as we've got Axford and the girl.
You got him safe. Where were they taken?
To the warehouse where we're packing the motors. Axford goes out of there in a box when we ship him. We'll hold the girl to bring Reed to terms.
You can do what you like with the big Irishman. He's given me plenty of trouble. But I'm cutting in on those stolen motors.
The Green Hornet!
Lower your voice. Now, where are those motors? Talk fast.
All right, Hunt. I'll talk.
Now, you're going to answer my questions.
Don't shoot. I'll tell. The motors are in a warehouse down on Grant Street.
All right, start moving.
Where?
To your car. We're going to that warehouse.
Step on it, you guys. We gotta get these motors on board ship tonight.
What about these explosives?
They go in the other truck. Somebody from the chief. What's this?
A couple of snoopers to be taken care of. Lock the door.
This is Grant Street. Where's the warehouse? 6 blocks down, on the left side of the street.
Hey, Dolan. Run this truck in the shed and bring in the red one. We'll load these cases of explosives.
Why don't you try doing some work yourself sometime?
Get going.
There'll be another box aboard that red truck. Go on, get over there, Irish.
You dirty mug, turn the girl loose or I'll...
The girl will be taken care of.
Open up.
It's the police.
The police.
Open up.